come into the new trilogy with The Force Awakens, and it was a summer blockbuster type. Like, that's what it felt like. It was enjoyable. You have Harrison Ford coming back as Han Solo, which helps with the continuity and makes it feel like it's continuing the story of the original trilogy. And but it also has some issues. I would recommend it, and the issues I have are minor and just kind of thematic and storytelling issues I have, like why they're called the Resistance when they are the Republic and the governing body of the galaxy.
Because it sounds a little more like Rebel.
Well, yeah, but see, they should have started out as the Republic, and then in the movie that we've just discussed, they become the Resistance after the way how it ends with Starkiller Base, doing the destruction and damage that it's caused. But it gets the story going, and it introduces a lot of ideas that I think got people interested. You have Snoke, and there were many a Gollum reference on the internet when it came to his character, and there was a lot of people questioning, well, is this actually Darth Sidious's master, Darth Plagueis, and who he was supposed to have been killed by Darth Sidious, aka Palpatine, and is still alive, which, because of him looking into using the Force to become immortal, there's a lot of people that thought that could be it. But we're not really given any answers to that one. And it was enjoyable. And then I have a slightly different take on Rogue One. It's trying to be that gritty movie, whereas Force Awakens was the blockbuster movie. Rogue One is trying to be the dirty, grimy, gritty movie. And things happen. We know how they're going to happen because it's a prequel. We know the plans get to the rebels, and there are casualties for that to happen. We did not see many Bothans die this time around, but the characters can be boring. But for me personally, what it felt like for me was like watching a tabletop game of Star Wars turned into a movie. I played Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, many tabletop games, and I have played a few of the Star Wars tabletop games. And this felt sort of like that brought to the big screen, where you have the Force sensitive guy, who's kind of the skilled guy there. You have the heavy gunner. You have the rogue. You have the pilot. You have the droid, who of course is a sarcastic and best C-3PO replacement there could be. And so for me, I could kind of already connect with these characters because they are essentially just archetypes that are there to fill a role. And I feel like for someone like M.A. Moreno, who maybe isn't into that, who wants the characters more fleshed out, that could be a problem.
Yeah, I will say that it sort of reminds me of some of the expanded universe novels from the 90s, which, thanks to The Force Awakens, no longer exist and have been largely replaced by a new set of novels, as well as the new animated series Rebels.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The continuity is kind of split, where everything that was continuity but isn't continuity anymore is classified as legends, and then everything else is canon.
Although Grand Admiral Thrawn has been brought in as canon, thankfully.
Yes, he has. And you can see him in Star Wars Rebels.